So, what is up, amigos? Hope you're doing well. So, Pushpa 2, the rule is here, setting box office records and entertaining audiences nationwide. I've already done a review, you can watch it after this one. But what do we see on YouTube mostly? The same reviewers who bashed Pushpa the Rise, the part 1, are back at it, trashing Pushpa 2. Yet, here's the kicker, they're still making endless videos to milk the views from the very film they supposedly hate. Isn't that peak hypocrisy? Let's dive into this madness. Let's rewind a little back to Pushpa 1, The Rise. When it first released, these so-called reviewers couldn't stop complaining about it. It was too loud, too unrealistic, there was no story, gutka chap, chapri, etc., etc. I don't know what all they called it. They dismissed it as just another mindless, idiotic movie. But then Pushpa becomes a national blockbuster. Allu Arjun's swag, Samantha's own tawa, and the dialogues like the Thaggedhe or Jhukega nahi in Hindi turned into cultural phenomena. And what did these critics do? Oh, they jumped right onto the bandwagon. Suddenly, their channels were flooded with videos explaining the story, predicting what could happen in the sequel, and dissecting the movie frame by frame. I mean, if you hated the movie, why were you so obsessed with it? It was like watching a Naraz Fupa who is extremely jealous of any good that happens in the family, but reluctantly nodding his head in approval. And now with Pushpa 2, the same story is repeating. These same reviewers have bashed the movie left, right, and center. Too long, too over the top, no logic, blah blah blah, same things again. But here's the funny part again. They've also made a gazillion videos about it. Ending explained, the real meaning behind Pushpa 2, how Allu Arjun's performance saved the film, Pushpa 3 prediction. I mean, gazillion. I mean, if you don't like the movie, why are you still milking it? It's clear they're content farmers and not even organic, pun intended. They don't love Indian cinema, they just love the algorithm. Let's get one thing straight, okay? Pushpa 2 isn't trying to be a perfect movie, it's a mass entertainer and it delivers on that promise spectacularly. It's raw, unapologetic, and packed with moments that give you goosebumps. I've talked about it in my review. Yes, it's loud and yes, it's larger than life. That's the whole point. Not every movie needs to be an art house masterpiece. Sometimes people just want a good time at the movies, and Pushpa 2 delivers exactly that. And those so-called reviewers, they don't understand the masses, and they probably never will. They're too busy pretending to be intellectuals, talking about Marvel Cinematic Universe or DC Universe or even Christopher Nolan, though I'm a big fan of Nolan's work too. But they will pretend to be classy while secretly hoping Pushpa type content pays their bills. But I like the class of Nolan as well as the mass. So to all the so-called critics out there, you've made it clear you don't like Pushpa. That's fine. Not every movie is for everyone, but if you genuinely dislike it, then move on yaar. Bas karo, chodo, move on to the next content that you're gonna review or talk about. Stop obsessively creating content around it just to ride the wave of its popularity. That's not criticism, that's exploitation. You're not helping cinema, you're just exploiting it. You claim to hate the film, yet you've probably spent more hours analyzing it than the people who actually love it. That's being a content hustler. So own it. Let me tell you why Pushpa is important. It's a celebration of mass cinema. It's about connecting with the audience who don't care about the technicalities sometimes. They care about the experience. This film has resonated with millions from the small towns to big cities because it speaks their language. At the end of the day, Pushpa is now a phenomenon and no amount of bashing and trashing can change that. So to all the haters out there, keep making your videos if you want to keep milking the franchise you supposedly hate, because while you're busy chasing views, Pushpa 2 is busy rewriting box office history, and we as lovers of these mass cinema will only appreciate that. So what do you think about the whole drama? Well, you tell me. Are you team Pushpa or the team Hypocrites or the Doglaps? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, do like, share and subscribe. Until next time, this is Maddie signing off. And by the way, if you want to see the full review, please watch it. It will be here somewhere on your screen. Bye bye.